Speaker, I think if the current plan in the Teachers Pension Act was operating properly, we wouldn't be having any discussions. I mean, the very reason we're doing this is because the current act does not meet the principles of sustainability and is not appropriate for the future. It will not be there unless we fix it. So that's why we're going through this. So I'm confident that will change because it must in order to get it right. But I'm equally hopeful that the MBTA will bring back a proposal that meets the spirit of the agreements that we've discussed or the discussions we've had to date in relation to sustainability, equitably, fair contributions by taxpayers, members, and current employees and new employees, and a program that will stand the test of time. That's our goal, and I'm sure that's what they want, so I'm hopeful we'll come to a solution. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, the Minister's response this morning clearly states that his mind is made up with a shared risk model, Mr. Speaker. He cannot state clearly on the floor of the legislature that if the Teachers Federation comes in with an option that would be under the Teachers Pension Act, away, completely independent and separate from a shared risk model, that he would accept that. If the sustainability of what his goal is respected in the long term. Can you tell us today, to the teachers that are working, doing their due diligence, and working really, really hard trying to find a solution under the Teachers Pension Act based on their press release of February 10th, that you would accept if it respects the sustainability that you're looking for?
Minister of Finance. Mr. Speaker, the member opposite is correct. If they propose a change that respects the principles and guidelines that we put forward, that meets the sustainability and has the focus and the durability and the testing that allows a pension plan to be secure and tested year after year like our plan is, Mr. Speaker, we would have every reason to say this works. But we do have a requirement to fix the pension plan. Our Premier's been clear on this from the very beginning. We have an obligation to fix the pension plan. And Mr. Speaker, anything less than fixing the pension plan will not only be doing us a disservice here in this House, it'll be doing a disservice to the teachers, the citizens of this province, because it'll be kicking the can down the road. And we made it very clear the opportunity is to fix it, and we're hopeful we'll work together for the right solution, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, can the Minister clarify or confirm, tell us, that if he has the intention of bringing a bill this spring with regard to the teachers' pension plan, and within that bill that he wants to change the age of retirement for teachers by eliminating the formula to qualify for retirement that is made up of the number of years of service and the age of the teacher?
Mr. Speaker, I think that the whole purpose of what we've been going through here is that under the current model, it's recognized that it isn't sustainable in its current format. It requires a high funding level, as we've said many times before, of 3-to-1 from the province and compared to the teacher's contribution. Now, Mr. Speaker, that is not a sustainable funding model. We know that. So what we're proposing is a model that does meet that criteria. It does get to equitable in the funding. So we said to the MBTA, we said, look, if you have another option that meets this criteria, it has a fair funding model, it meets the sustainability functions, it meets the reliability of a plan, we not only want to listen, we want to hear about it. We don't care what it's called. We want a solution. And we don't want current employees and future employees bearing all of the brunt of the cost, because that's not fair either. So, Mr. Speaker, we have an opportunity. It's not losing.
Merci, Monsieur le Président. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Another question, very simple for the Minister of Finance on the question of teachers' pension. Currently, there is an act on the books of the province that governs this pension fund. Is it the intention of the minister and the government to repeal that law during this session and to present a new bill, whether it's a shared risk model, or is it their intention to repeal the current law during this session and to present a new bill?
Mr. Speaker, I think we've been clear from the beginning. Our very first meeting in the Premier's office with members from the MBTA was, we want to fix this. We recognize there's a problem. We want to fix it. The February date that came out of that meeting. Let's target for the end of February. Well, we're not going to quite meet the end of February because they're going to have a proposal back by the end of February. But we have said, this isn't something we want to just leave to future chance. We've done a lot of work. We have a lot of information to present. The actuary that they have working for them right now is doing all kinds of work for them and asking our actuary to run numbers for them as well. So we are in the middle of a process that we're not prepared to abandon until it has a program and a solution that fixes the pension fund. So that's our goal, and we're going to stay on the goal because it's the right thing to do, Mr. Speaker.
Introduction of bills. Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, I move that a bill entitled An Act to Amend the Tobacco